As always, before we start, this video is sponsored by rlrecordings.com. If you need your song mixed and mastered, you would like a vocal chain, or just one of their up-to-date studio templates, please head over to rlrecordings.com and start now. Okay, hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Nxptune, and we've got a special one today. I was holding it off yesterday, don't know why, but after opening it up, maybe I had a feeling of what I was getting myself into. This is the Travis Scott song Blue Pill, and this is the studio session for it. This is clearly a mixing session as well. All of the stems are here. And as per usual, you can find this in the description below on BeatStars. No, you will not be getting any of the stems. You'll just be getting the template. Okay. I don't really know where to start with this because I've just had a quick look round, I won't lie to you. And why does this session look messy as hell? This is a Travis Scott session and nothing is really truly labeled all here. It's labeled here, but not on the bar over here. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do with this information. I think we should probably start what these are. By the looks of it, these are the printed mix. These are the mix that were later printed. Yeah, there you go. It kind of actually says this was the mix, and then this plugin, this Slate Digital plugin, which I do not own, was then turned into this for the master. So this is the mix. This plugin was enabled, and as you can see by its bussing, it goes into here to be printed, and then that will be the master for the song. Oh, it's called Friar. That's the actual name of the song. That's nice. Blue Pill must have been the name of the beat. Oh, more you know. And here is the mix, which is the mix bus. We've got an SSL G comp here from Waves, 10 attack, 0.6 on the release. You know, probably doing maybe less than 4 dBs. Possibly. We've got a Q10 for some EQ. And it's barely doing anything. It's just overall toning. It's just fixing it slightly. And we've got 2 more plugins, which I don't own. These are both, I believe these are both Slate Digital plugins as well, that's nice. Yeah, I don't own any of them. And then after everything, they go into a L3 multi-maximizer, I think this is. This is a Waves plugin as well, and they've all clearly been customized. Yeah, it's definitely doing some clipping, la-de-la, and all this. I don't really use this plugin, but I suppose it's good if Travis Scott uses it, you know? Never say never. And that's his mix bus. I might as well go do all of the stems. Alright, I'm gonna try this. Subs are over here. Oh, these are all grouped because it won't let me select them one by one. They're definitely grouped. Okay, so all of these are probably the subs and the lows. Clearly, what's on this? This 808 clearly has a pull tech, but that was muted. And then some distortion. And then some EQ. Cool. We got another sub, which has the Decapitator on it, which is a distortion plugin, but I don't own Decapitator, so fortunately can't see. And then we got distortion. Is it the same? No, it's actually slightly more distortion. And we got some EQ. Oh, just the basic stock, getting rid of probably some probably. And then we got this. Then that just boosts it back up. No, they're in 2 different locations. Okay. It's kind of that technique where you dip one area and boost the area next to it. And then we got another groovy sub. Just got more distortion, this EQ, and this EQ. Okay, there's not any settings I need to enable to reveal more. I suppose not. And then they're all going into our comp, which isn't doing anything. Okay, cool. They might also be going to this Drum Crush, which this is also a Slate Digital plugin. I know that for a fact, but I don't have it. As well, it's one of their compressors. We got API. Hell yeah, this is a Waves plugin. And It's doing some compression. It's definitely doing some heavy compression because this is a drum crunch. It's definitely going to be compressing and tightening up the drums. And we got this UAD plugin, but luckily I got an Apollo. So I can load it, but it won't do anything. I have no idea what this plugin is. Not got a clue. I think it's possibly what's it called? It can't be a reverb because there's a master here. So this is probably more of a saturator type plugin. It definitely looks like it, more of saturation. This is probably where the crunch is coming from. That makes sense. Yeah, and then we got perks. So this is probably some high-end elements, and then it's going into another R comp, which is again not doing anything. And then we got all of the Omnisphere stuff. All the guitars, so all of the melodic elements, the mid-range elements, and there's tons of EQ here, just getting rid of some low end on Gravity, whatever that is. This one's just doing a bit of mid-range. This is doing some mid-range boosting. This is a little bit of widening. That's quite cool. And it's also slightly tilted right, so they're kind of slightly panning it a different way, but they are panning it. More EQ. More imaging. That's also going left. There you go. You got the one on the right. This is now going the left. And this one is also down the middle with more EQ. I think there's something to take away from this. This is a Travis Scott session. And how many complicated third-party plugins do you see? Like 3. You got API, which isn't even being used. We got this API, this, and R comp. All of these elements here. And apart from S1 Imager, is the stock Pro Tools EQ. And if we go over here, we got R comp again, which is actually doing something. A little S1 again, and more R comp, which is actually doing something for the whole instrumental. You don't need complicated plugins and all these third-party plugins to make things sound good. Make shit sound good. Because they're just using the basic stock EQ. All it is good ears. If you've got the good ears and you've got the tools to fix it, which you do, because Pro Tools has some damn good stock plugins. It's got saturators and all those types of things, so you don't need it. You don't necessarily need them. And here is Travis Scott's main vocal. Of course, I'm not going to play it. And it seems he seems to got a bit of processing on the hook leads, and then it goes into a bus. And then, yeah. And he's separated them completely from hook and verse. And I assume this is also the lead verse. And this is all the ad-libs. And here is some more verse libs, maybe doubles. Nah, they might actually be the second verse. Okay, just first things first. Let's do the hook. The lead goes into this. So, of course, he's got auto-tune. Unfortunately, I don't have it, but I can tell you for a fact this is probably just maxed out. Boom. De-esser at 10K, so we probably recorded this on a C800. And that's a very bright mic. We've got an SPL Vox Ranger. I don't know what that is, but it could be a plugin alliance. It doesn't matter. REQ notching out quite a few frequencies here. A doubler. It's got the mid taken out. And it's got this Puig Child 660. It's a Fairchild Waves emulation of a Fairchild. And I rarely, if ever, see this plugin on people's templates. It's an underrated plugin. It can do what you want to do. I would just recommend turning this to off because nobody wants noise in their mix. And judging from how much output gain there is, this thing is probably compressing the shit out of the vocals. But it also could not be, and he just really wants to turn it really loud because the vocals were recorded quite low. But this is always +4, +5, +4. This is obvious. If you can see here from the lead vocals, it's been clip gained. So there has been sound inconsistencies. So there you go. And then that will go into the main bus, which is not complicated whatsoever. You got SSL channel, It's an SSL channel. It's doing the SSL channel things. It's not doing any compression, a low cut, highs, some 7K boosted, an ounce of the 200 here, and then an ounce of the 200 here. SSS EQ channel. I don't SSL EQ. I don't see this plugin really. It's always the SSL channel. Here it is. Very basic stuff again. I don't know if that was necessary if you're doing it above. But, you know, just doing some cutting, some boosting, and yada yada yada. Even though I think that's basically where he boosted earlier. I have no idea who made the session. No idea who did it. But, you know, it gets results. It gets results. So is it being, in my opinion, a mess all that bad? No. And then we got the basic stock EQ. More EQ, a little bit, probably a bit of mid-range presence there, and some high-end. A de-esser at 7K this time, not 10K. And the classic 1176 on the vocal preset. That's interesting, because that's here. Oh, that's nice. And there's another one here, which might suggest he might switch back and forth between the two. And he's got all the verbs and stuff. And then all of these are also going into this. And then this is going into the mix. So all of these are all going into the lead, sorry, this one. And we've got the ad-libs. Unfortunately, I don't have most of these plugins. Do I have this? No. Oh well then. TubeTech CLL1B. That might be the soft tube version. I unfortunately don't have that version. And it's also got Decapitator for the ad-libs. Distorting the ad-libs can make them pop out a little bit more, as they are basically the same as the lead vocal in terms of their sound and everything. If you want something to pop out a little bit more, add a little bit of distortion, because you don't want the ad-libs to drown in with the main vocals. And a little bit of 70%, a little bit of reverb on the ad-libs as well, just to get them spacey a little bit, push them back a little bit, you know? And that's cool. This seems to be muted. I don't know what this would be. Got the same type of processing as all the other ones before it, which is nice. I don't know what this verse is, but it's got true verb on there, and I don't really understand this plugin. I can't tell you what it's doing. A little bit of R reverb here on this bit down here. I never use this plugin. Never opened it before in my life. So, first things first, it's got early reflection, so it's probably been used to make some depth inside of this mix, which is nice. And, where do these go? Where are all the reverbs and delays? Because I can't see them here. Are they here? I don't know. Do they just not exist? Well, how about that? Unless I'm really blind and they're really obviously here, then I just can't see. This isn't even active. It's the master bus. And there you go, you got SSL comp, Kramer tape, and L2, which isn't actually active, so that's probably why it wasn't used. I mean, it's good. In terms of its simplicity, it is kind of simple, but it's just a bit of a mess. Oh, someone's at the door. Mute that. I'm making a video. So, you know, very simple. Vocals, bust. Vocals, bust. Vocals, bust. Ad-libs have a little bit of extra processing to make them stand out, and then bust. This is all bust with their effects on, then bust. And then you get your mix bus active, and then you print it. And then you master clearly, and then you get two prints here. So in all, even if it's like, oh my god, what have I just loaded up? It's actually quite simple. I take back what I said earlier. Oh, there's something up here with a Q1 on it, which is a little interesting because it's literally just going to be the same as the EQ one band. It's just going to have one band. Yeah, there you go. A little boosting on the lows. Nice, because Travis Scott loves his low end, and so do I, to be fair. So, thank you all for watching. I suppose. I hope you enjoyed my ramblings on this song. So thank you very much, all. I will see you in the next video. rlrecordings.com, and I will see you later. Hang on. There's more here. There's this. And it goes into a de-esser. REQ, slightly different. A doubler. Distortion. More distortion. That says dimension, not distortion. H delay and a BX something or other. And of course now it doesn't want to load that I was going to end. God, I just can't speak today. I was going to end the video. I suppose we might as well end it anyway. So thank you all for watching. You can get this template down in the description below. Remember, no stems. Do not ask. You're not getting any stems. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys. Oh, look, it finally loaded. It's this plugin. I know this plugin. It's kind of a little bit of a, not saturator, an effector on sorts. It does stuff, and you got H delay, and then you got nothing, because again, it's not going to load. Anyway, who cares? You can see it if you've got the template. Goodbye all, and I'll see you later.